Right, hopefully. Now I just need to let her know to see my own stream. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello.
Looks like everything's up. Looks like Aki's here. Let's go.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, hello.
Let me get in the stream. So.
Okay, so it's a little bit of a mess. Last minute hiccups. I've still got to get the matchup sheet going, so I think I'll get the lobby up and have it be a open lobby.
It looks like my roommate's being a little loud, so I apologize for any background noise.
Hopefully it's not a major.
If it is, just let me know. I hope it's not. What are matchups for this week?
Yeah, I mean, this room's gonna be scuffed anyway. So I've got pre-stream open lobby. Throw it in that chat as well. Hyperlinks on Twitch chat, that's such a... Scree Discord, why have you done this? Okay, everything should be set up. I'm gonna... Okay, you've also signed up.
Okay. What are we thinking about for today, by the way? Are we thinking flat 3, flat 5?
I'm trying to figure that out. We've got 7 people signed up, so it's like borderline. I'm just like, if they're all close matches, I'll probably do 5, but if I feel like I need to split someone, it'll probably be 3.
Okay.
I've been out a while, so I also want to try and make sure I'm not running people against people they fought already. Like,
yeah.
consistently, because that was an issue when I was coming up through things. It was like Ito and Dr. Doc every week.
It was the same for me. I remember when I used to get maze every single week.
So I like to try to avoid that, but...
I didn't get to say it yet, but welcome back. Good to have you back.
Thank you. It's fun to be back, although the little bit of panic this evening is making me remember how much of a responsibility this actually is. But we do it for you.
Why is a Fukua banned?
No lab questions this week either. Okay. And I know I am speaking quietly. I'll try and speak up a little bit because this is also supposed to be the audio test. So please yell at me if volumes need to get adjusted. I'll start getting into streamer mode and stop being mumbly.
You know.
What am I doing? I'm doing matchups. That's what I'm doing. You're skipping straight intermediate bracket. No, not bracket, but there you go, confusing people.
I feel bad for anybody listening to audio tests right now while we get stuff figured out and just my roommate in the background very faintly. Dropped in. Oops. Oh, we don't know what to do against Skeleton. If Skeleton's out, better just wait.
It can catch you off guard, but down back and try and react to everything they do. The answers to actually get them out of it are snap, throw, or sweep. How effective your sweep is going to be character dependent. Similar with snap, but to a lesser extent. And then if you go for a ground throw, they can jump and avoid it, and you can predict the jump with an air throw, but that's playing a little bit of a mind game.
It's a little advanced, but I'm pretty sure you could just wait till you see the low and then start blocking high, right? She only has one low, and you can only do it once.
I mean, yeah, you down back until you're blocking, you block high afterwards. Oh, the big fist.
Oh my god. I've never seen Squiggly level 3 after she's dead come back and hit like that.
Don't go away.
Okay, so
matchups are made. I'm just waiting for Molly to get back to me real quick, and then I'll either fix them or put them up.
I should check those.
I think you get a BFF to confirm there. No control.
Hello.
Unfortunate. Backdash.
I've never seen this gamer before, but I like seeing Fukua.
Yeah. It's also just nice seeing new faces.
Yeah.
What am I gonna play? I'm trying to get in a little bit of the Foucault mindset.
We're gonna get you. Ready?
Tally ho!
Oh.
Let's dance, darling.
See if I remember how to play this character, because you want advice for them. They also run the giant fist.
Oops.
Too close to zone. Oh, we got mixed.
Oh my god, I messed up. Oh, it worked.
Oops. Oh, we went for Adrian. I want to hold this. It's worth the bar.
Oh, sub control. Sorry, I wasn't checking chat, I was gaming. I don't know if you've ever had this issue before. Whenever I watch Twitch on like mobile, the chat just stops working. So I can't keep up with Twitch chat on my phone.
Actually, I love that. I'll get some life back. DK over skin. I'm just gonna assume Molly wants out. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I can't even remember the last time we played.
Dovad versus Open Lobby.
You know the saddest part about passing my advanced test? I can't join the intermediate open lobbies anymore.
I'm just pinging for the sake of consistency, don't worry about it.
No worries.
What team? Funny team.
Cameras rolling and action!
Right, doesn't work.
Yeah, I should've known.
Oh, I'm on this side. Hello. That.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's fine. I got all your.
Oh, I'm so bad at this matchup.
It's not a matchup. Oh, did you play shoes twice? I can. If y'all want to mix it up, there's a couple people pretty close in hours. So if y'all don't want to run into the same people on on repeat, I can mix it up. Okay.
Everybody warmed up? Action!
I think we will be getting started after this set of matches. It's getting mighty close to 7. Alright, if y'all are cool with playing, I think I'll leave it as is. Because in my head, this is the best way to make the matches go. Munch. Can the Philia do? Gregor.
You said you want to start up after this one that we just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting close to starting time, so I'll get the actual lobby up and ready.
Okay.
Right, private. I hate the private stuff thing. I always forget which way it actually works and which way it does. Let me check. Might be user error. Oh no, you're on here.
I'll be right back.
That is my fault. I cut off the sign off at the wrong date. I wasn't looking at Saturday signups. Apologies. I will fix the matchups then. Shoes, you've played against Dobot a lot, haven't you? I feel like I remember y'all getting matched up a bit, and I don't want to do that to y'all. Silverwing, nothing important. Actually, okay. Silverwing's actually still signed up for the beginner bracket. I didn't, or beginner whatever. I don't know. It's called a bracket in the sheet.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I think we'll be doing 3. I typed in 3, but left them that was a brain fart last week. Okay. We'll be doing 3 this week then.
We're doing 3, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so if that's the case, I'll just get right on with it. Let's get Silverwing in here.
post the lobby yet?
No, I did not. And that would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Brain was thinking I had already done it, but we changed lobby for resizing. Get this one pinned, and pin the other ones. Right, we'll give it like 2 or 3 minutes for beginner open lobby. Late beginner, probably early intermediate also works here. If y'all want to hop in. Otherwise, I'll do one of the good old classic, like, fundamentals tests. See where we're at. Yeah, no, I initially had thought you just signed up for the intermediate bracket, so yeah. Give it until 7:05, if not already up. Otherwise, if any of y'all think you'll be a good match, hop on in. If it's one of you who are double dipping, I'll probably focus mostly on Silverwing. But I will still give you a little bit, but keep in mind for the open lobby, I'll probably prioritize Silverwing.
Spooky, if you're free, I think you'd be a good match.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I was thinking of throwing in to readjust things, but I didn't want to mess up everything down the line. And I don't think I want to throw any of those gamers versus Dovod, because Dovod's a really solid player who plays a really annoying team. It's just like, sometimes it's hard to give advice for that.
Yeah.
Especially in a format like this where it's going to be kind of hard to give like cogent live advice. And so it's like, oh yeah, you should be jumping here, and if they're listening, they're still listening on 5 seconds delay, so it's like, what do you mean jump here? I can't do anything. And if you lose to the same zoning pattern 3 games in a row, it's like, well, that felt like a waste of time.
I love how the advice usually, when someone listens to Dovo, boils down to, alright, here's these 3 videos, let me link you real quick. This is navigating the garbage.
Yeah, it's just, that's a character where you gotta figure that out before you get to play the rest of the game. But we got these 2 gamers in. Alright. Round start sound heavy punch, fair enough. Got the backdash. Get the hit. Go for mix. Keep the pressure up. Not quite getting our confirms. What do we do on defense? Up backing?
Nice confirm.
Yep. That's hilarious.
Oh, I can't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Dead if they spawn the bar. Small optimization, Suki. If you're that close to killing, do the sword super, do stinger. It will give your opponent less meter. These are very minor optimizations, they don't matter all that much, but just a thing to think about. Speaking of meter, Silver, we've got a lot of meter. There we go.
Okay.
Side swap.
I don't know what that is. Why do we call this there?
Get mashed on.
Use those buttons.
Yeah, we got a burst earlier there. That was almost actually a burst bait by the time we bursted.
I don't... You gotta get squiggly out if you can. No.
They're not close enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
It worked out, eh?
a little bit. A hairball out. If you're gonna do that, I'd probably recommend air dashing instead. But it works. It's an option I'd only choose occasionally.
I think even falling JHK is pretty decent there, right?
Yeah, if they reset you that high.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so for Silverwing, we're still figuring out Nooch. It's honestly a lot of just jumping into the air, and then it looks like we're trying to react to what to do from there.
Yeah.
Especially on the Dahlia and the Squiggly. But, I mean, this Philly is doing it too.
The thing is, too, you've been playing a little overly patient. You are a big life deficit, and now you're out of time.
Yeah. So, things to be thinking about. If you feel like you're kind of aimless and neutral, think about your characters, think about what buttons you like pressing the most. So, just off the cuff, things you'll see people use pretty frequently is like Dahlia jump heavy kick, Dahlia like stand medium kick for really long range pokes, that sort of stuff. That's the sort of range she really likes to be at. Squiggly, 2 medium kick, jump light kick are like 2 bread and butter neutral tools. Philia, not as much, but her 2 medium kick is quite strong, and then the rest kind of just depends on movement, trying to get into range, so she's not in as much of a detriment by her stubby buttons.
Yeah.
And so the way to think about neutral, at least how I'd recommend you start trying to focus on, is think about what range do my characters want to be in, and then get there and then start pressing those buttons. And that's just a first initial thought to kind of help you learn the spacing you want to be at, and then from there you can start refining your game plan. It's like, okay, in this matchup, this tool I usually like using kind of consistently loses to, for example, Eliza Cott is one of the things that can kind of just define a matchup. But so, if you want to focus on learning your neutral, highly recommend trying to think about the game like that while you're playing. Your hit confirms might suffer while you're trying to work on stuff like that, but it's how you get better. And then eventually it'll make sense and your hit confirms will start being natural again.
To add on with with Philly and neutral at least, a big part of it is like what Dunn said about playing in certain spaces. Philly has really good movement, so she can kind of like, I want to be here because their best button is like right here, right? Yep. And it makes it a lot easier to like, oh, they whipped a big button, I can now air dash in, or
now
like
it's
that.
my turn.
Yeah.
It's not whiff punishing in a sense of like Street Fighter whiff punishing, but it's I'm just outside their range, try and get them to bait on something, and then all of a sudden they're minus. You're calling an assist and moving into your deadly range, and all of a sudden they're having to panic because you're in 2 medium kick range, or you're in instant air dash jump light punch range.
Yeah.
So those are a lot of things to be thinking of. It's still beginner, so I'm not gonna really focus all that much on the mixed choices and routing yet. It's something to start thinking about once you get more into intermediate, but I do like saying that you're going for mix and not just doing full combos on a dead character. It's a good recognition of your damage. Yeah. That being said, so Dahlia has some really good air buttons. Jump heavy kick is the big one, and you like to use it and try and force it out a decent amount. If they're running at you, jump heavy punch cuts off a decent amount of space, but it's slow right in front of you. Jump medium kick, jump light punch, and jump medium punch all do slightly different things, and I would recommend you push them a little bit more when, for instance, a fortune is running at you. The same way you'd want to use squiggly jump light kick to kind of just create space.
Shooting the like L shot if you're in the air could also be good too, right? Because it covers out the exact area she wants to be in.
And the L shot usually you'll see is to try and whiff cancel a normal that they might have whiffed. Sometimes they'll do it wrong. Gregor. Alright, what do we do with the hit?
You could have.
Oh, okay, we're just keeping consistent mix. Still won't kill. Oh, I mistimed it slightly.
Yeah.
Good spacing. But now we're running away when we don't really have time, so it's a little bit of the 2 HP there. Do you have to Gregor after you 2 HP there?
I think it's 2 HP Hairball Gregor.
Hairball? Okay. Yeah, and then getting mixed.
This isn't. I guess it works. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so the biggest thing for you Silverwing is think about how to teach yourself neutral, because you're getting there. I think you're just a little either unsure of where to be or unsure of when you want to be pressing buttons. Because what I'm seeing a lot of is just a lot of up back, do something afterwards. And so I would, especially if a character's running you down and you don't want them that close, up back plus a retreating button. So for your characters, up back jump light punch on Dahlia, up back jump light kick on Squiggly, up back jump light punch or jump light kick, probably more punch for Philia, or you can also do jump medium punch. But it's not as good as the other characters' options. Will stuff people kind of running at you recklessly. And so it's think about where you want to be, and then try and press a little bit more when you're in those ranges. Because you're close, you're just not putting out many threats, and so they kind of just run at you.
I think too, at least with Philia, if you want to back off, you don't have to just jump back. IDing back with like JMP will let you hit the ground a lot faster and take a lot more space backwards. When you jump backwards with her, it's a little slower because you have to go through the whole jump animation and hit the ground.
Yeah, do keep in mind if you're doing that a lot, it's really bad in certain matchups. Parasol is one of them. You're just jab fodder at that point. So it's Philly is definitely one of the characters where I think she changes a lot depending on what tools her opponents have.
I would agree with that.
But yeah, hopefully that helps. If you have further questions, ask away or ping us after the fact. I hope that can help you get a decent idea of how to help yourself learn neutral a little bit more.
I have one more tiny thing to add. You played like really hesitant. Don't be afraid to be like confident and just try things. It's how you learn what works and what doesn't. A lot of times I notice you would like Dunster said, you're like really walking back or moving back, but sometimes it's okay to just hold your ground and move forward.
All right, we already got peace in here. Thank you. Y'all are good to go.
Also, sup, bag.
All right, now get in the mindset of focusing on both players.
Okay.
And we're in intermediate, no longer beginner.
All right, you know what that means. You're gonna be a lot less nice.
Being nice still helps.
Yeah.
I would put it as more nitpicky.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Did like what I was seeing a piece from the open lobby of what I saw though, so this will be fun.
Yeah.
How do I look?
Oh, if you've got an Eliza problem, it's a good thing you're fighting her. That's the only way to get XP.
Yeah.
Jump by punch. Boop, boop, boop. Mix. Go for it.
I guess that works.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better to do back toss into or back throw into Ali Grita instead of forward throw?
Probably. Minor optimizations. I'm thinking more about just the choice to go for the throw in general, but it makes sense. Mix. Understand the tier is going to be awkward. Dealt with it. Try and bait. Oh, be careful about that shot.
Yeah, I was just about to say, we're at the level now where opponents are going to be able to PBGC us, and if you commit to long block strings like that, you're going to die.
Yeah, and it's not even as much the PBGC. As a Parasol, you are heavily reacting to when their push block is. So when they push block you away and they buy all that time for your shot to come across, that is exactly where Eliza's want to caught you, where Fuqua's, in that instance, want to BFF you, or Squigglies want to SBO you. Oh, we got the band specific.
Combo though. I don't think at this point we need to go in. We've got life lead. You can rush out if you want, but if you want to play a lot more safe, I think it's better to just kind of wait it out.
Although, you can still go into Mike's there, it will end up breaking the band. You'll take the damage, but it will trade with the band. You could also go into Dynamo because you have the meter to do so. Yeah, that's a rough spot to be in, piece. Yeah, and so on your end, when you are dealing with a Parasol, especially with characters like Eliza and with Fuqua, get really used to knowing what isn't a real block string, because you have some great tools to punish a Parasol overextending for shot. Hot and BFF were my worst nightmare for the longest time learning Parasol. If you can push block them away, especially like as they're doing the stand heavy punch, and then they try and commit out of it, more often than not, it's not going to be a real block string anymore, and you can just BFF or cop them. Up, we're in.
Okay.
Go back.
We gotta snap, we gotta snap.
Keep them both in. Nice.
Go.
Really patient. Love to see it. Keeping it simple.
Hey.
What's our incoming?
Incoming?
Left, right. Messed up the quarter circle. It happens. Oop.
Oh, a little too early there.
Nice. What's the mix?
That's
Heavy.
not a reversal.
Yeah. It is not something you match under pressure. It is a phenomenal response to unfortunately Rob. Punish that? Yeah.
Alright, snap her back in.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, we got the throw. It was good. Yeah, accidentally getting Spiral a lot instead of Horus might be something to work on in lab or versus bots.
I was... Yeah.
Getting SBO'd.
Okay. We already used those buttons.
Boy in a scramble is never a bad choice.
Oh, just you can JHK, that'll pick up. Maybe you didn't get it.
Yeah, it looked just weird. Honestly, I wouldn't have minded just sending it with a drill, trying to fish for something.
Yeah.
Both these characters are dead, but we got Band incoming. Play patient, you've got 5 bar.
Yeah. Oh.
No super? One more chance at life? No. Yeah, so I would not recommend fishing with the Brass or A-Train. Yeah, so Band can play a really patient game. And so if you're going to use any of those special tools, the forward-moving armored ones, I would recommend using M-Brass when you're at a decent distance, and L-Brass, it's not armored, but it's still a really good tool at a slightly shorter distance, because if you can keep them spaced, they are not punishable. But if you keep throwing out the heavy versions like that consistently, they can bait it out. Basically, they can just sit, and if they don't see a giant step, they stay on the ground, and then they get a heavy counter hit afterwards.
Yep.
And so it is a really big risk. And so instead you can play to like giant step, force them into the air, or try and get into symbols range. All that good stuff. Good confirm.
Oh,
Caught
nice.
them trying to tech. Patient, the Brass do neutral for you. Good old Eliza jump heavy punch. Yep, so there you can caught. It was a little bit scary with the Cerebella coming, but a tool to get familiar with using in intermediate is jump canceling into blocking. So if you do something that's jump cancelable, like caught, you can jump. If you hold just up instead of up back, you won't get put into pre-block, and then you can hold back immediately, and it'll cancel whatever you did into just immediately blocking.
Also,
Meshing.
Suki, I think it's important to know when it's not time to jump. You kept getting caught low because you kept holding up and not changing how you're reacting to what they were doing.
Yeah. Oh, we're going back in. He's tried to up forward.
Oh, couldn't believe.
That's really bold. Yeah. Be really patient, do some grounded dashes. Nice punish. And that's exactly what we're talking about by those brasses are really dangerous tools.
Yeah. Hey, can you pick up here? Can you pick up here?
Oh no, unfortunate. Kill. So how do we play him? Oh, get the cross up too. I think you didn't need that extra reset. I think you could have just cashed out with multiple Gregors if you are comfortable doing that close to the corner. If not, I understand the reset. Good decision. For you, Peace, in that situation specifically, your character was dead. You were forced to hold incoming. Your Undizzy was full, so they would have needed to reset you once, if not twice, in order to kill you. They did have a lot of meter, but it wasn't quite enough to just make sure that character was dead from half-life if they had no Undizzy to work with. So I can understand you wanted to try and tech the throw, but that is a situation where I would say really try to react to the throw or just take it, because predicting it and then getting counter hit is what cost you that game in one touch, even though they decided to make it two.
I think even going a little bit earlier than that, she had a lot of recoverable health, and you could have got her out after you got the kill. When characters are low health, I think it's always important just to get them out. If you don't have to take a mix-up on incoming. If you get a character in.
So, Peace, are you aware that getting hit at max on Dizzy automatically scales you? That is a very important piece of information to know. So when you are at full and Dizzy, the first hit they do, I need to look this up. I forget exactly what scaling it puts you at, but it is like, not only are their strings shorter because they can only do 2 strings before Undizzy gets procced, but you are also taking reduced damage. Where's the wiki? It's a good piece of information to know. So that's why incoming is definitely scary, but if they are making you play incoming with full Undizzy, you are not in as much threat. Definitely still not great. You're still at disadvantage, but it's not panic mode. Combo and burst mechanics. Where's scaling? All damage when above 240 Undizzy is scaled to 55%, with the same minimums as normals. So yeah. Flat 3. Yep, y'all are good to go. And again, for the previous set, if any of our advice didn't make sense, or if you wanted us to address something else, please ask away in chat or give us a ping after the fact if it comes up later, and we'll get right back on that.
Please, if you want to work on your character, I'd probably say just put him point to get more experience with them.
That being said, band point is not as bad as people might lead you to believe, but you have to be comfortable playing band. He's a bit of an awkward character, but like if you watch comfortable players, you can afford to be really patient and just abuse your really good tools like jab and symbols. But I'll try and focus on this match and not get in the nitty gritty of that. We got a zoning matchup or an aggro matchup, depending on how these players want to play it. Mix.
No assist though.
Yeah, assist was on cooldown still, probably. Gotta keep track of that a little bit. Yeah, she was just playing the zoning game. Unfortunate. Good block. PBDC. That got hit. A little too early. SPO. I still had OTG. I thought that got used for some reason.
Oh, nice mix.
Yeah, cute incoming. Yep, so be very aware when you do that mix on anyone with a double jump. They can just do that. For you, Shoes, you gotta be running away a little bit. It is... Yep, I was about to say. You want to be getting beams out, but you gotta be really careful about how you do it. Because even if you do back-to-back beams when they don't have Sing Charge, Uncharged Sing can still punish you for doing beam into beam. You do not actually have that much time, outside of maybe like the best TK beams. I forget exactly what it was, I need to recheck.
I didn't even know that you can get punished like that.
Yep.
Nice delay burst.
Oh, that's really bold, but yeah. I mean, you gotta
I don't
do some things to win this game. It's really hard as Robo.
I don't think we should have backed up, right?
Yeah, it's you can try and play a little bit more patient, but I actually don't think you would have had the time to beam and chip them out, so I would always try and have the threat of going forward as an option. It's just Robo is not great at that.
Yeah.
The link was for an open lobby set earlier. Sometimes we don't have great matchups for people, so we'll just run it as an open lobby, but for the most part these are closed, like, sign up. Alright, but... You did a really good job of running them to the corner, Hellbob, but just afterwards... Oh. Snap.
Snap, please.
Nice. Okay. But we kind of just kept barely backing off right before we had them trapped in the corner, and so you just gave them a little bit of breathing space to work with. Good. Tried to tech, but good reaction.
I probably would have went for 5 LP there. I would have been a more consistent pickup.
That's gonna catch you.
Oh.
Right, what do we do with the hip shoes? Go for the mix. That one was pretty telegraphed as far as those go. Yeah. This is just squiggly. I don't know if throw is the best option to be going there. I'd probably just recommend jabbing. But yeah, it's... If Squiggly's doing all that in your face, you definitely want to be more willing to just press. Force them to do stuff that's a lot tighter. Because if they're constantly hitting you with the overhead, especially when they're kind of just dancing in your face, a lot of this stuff isn't actually fake, and it's just... Or is actually fake and kind of relying on you not pressing anything. EKG is not a bad super to mash. You just unfortunately don't get a confirm off of it if you don't have a DHC.
Yeah.
But it does a good amount of work a lot of the time. PvP has shown me that. Counter call the assist. Okay.
Albob's Sukla kind of reminds me of the way I used to play Sukla when I would go a lot more aggressive and not really play the more patient side of things too.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing things good, so like last match they did get the Valentine into the corner. They just didn't quite commit at the very end. And so it's like, you can patiently walk people in. Good recognition on damage, by the way, Shoes. That character. You just can't afford to be too passive and give them the space they want to breathe, but you can't overcommit into someone who's shown they're willing to stuff your approaches. Yeah, I would not recommend mashing, honestly, any of your tags all that consistently. Obviously, this is the first time you've done it, but it's... Any tag is really slow, and oftentimes people will recover before it actually comes out.
Nice punish.
Just a little too far. Good block, good push block. Yeah, you're pushbacking that correctly. Nice punish on that beam. That being said, Elbob, one thing you can try and think of doing more, when people push you out after you do jump medium punch or jump heavy punch, they're locked in a block stun for a while because they push blocked. What a lot of Annies will do is they will predictably dash at you, knowing you're going to get push blocked away, and then they'll get in range of low throw. So you're in range to 2 medium kick as their push block ends, or to throw them as your push block ends, because Annie's throw is so disgustingly large.
Little bend.
Got the hit. EKG, yep. Gets you out of that situation. Now we can just run and play lane for the rest of the game. How do we approach this as Elbow? Yep. Get a crescent out, run behind it. Really gotta try and focus on making sure they don't get over you, though. Good punish on the whiff.
Nice block.
Good bait. Heavy counter hit. Is this enough to kill? Do we have these?
Oh yeah. Oh, we don't have these,
I do like your use of 2 heavy punch. You were using that button incredibly well, Elbob. Oh, unfortunate. That's something Choose has been doing a bit. It's still really hard to react to, even if you know it's coming. But good showing by both. One thing I will say is for that Annie Val at the end, really liked what you were doing for like trying to get space behind H Crescent. Really be prepared for them to try and go over the Crescent. Because if you force them to block it, then you can air dash on them, have them push block you away, push block the jump medium punch or the jump heavy punch away, and do the predictive dash I was talking about, where you expect the push block to come and you just want to get back in their face immediately. There's that,
I think...
or you can. Sorry, it's.
No, you're good. Right.
There's that because if they're on the ground, you're happy. If they're in the air, you either anti-air them with 2 LP or 2 HP. You were doing a good job with 2 HP that entire game. That's a really good button. Or you can be in the air preemptively to meet them. Your jump light kick is silly. Press it more. Your jump medium kick is a really good air-to-air wall. Just if you're hovering in that space, release it at any time they decide to go forward. And then you both kind of hit the ground at the same time, and it's like, all right, you're Annie a lot closer to the Valentine than she kind of wants you to be, but you still need to be careful of like up back jump heavy punch or jump heavy kick, sorry, and stuff like that. But it's like slowly grinding your way through the space.
I think the only major things I would say for Shoes, I think with Valentine, your zoning is good, but I would try to use your movement a little more. You're really good at throwing the projectiles, but you're playing her more like she's like Peacock, but her movement is kind of what makes everything come together, I think. So I would get more used to, if you see an opponent running at you, you can air dash over them with JMK and get more space and sort of switch around. Repositioning makes it easier to play a little lamer. And then I would say for Albob, at least on the Fukua, I would just... I think you zoned really well, but you would switch to like playing aggressively a lot as soon as you got close enough and go for up forward boy, which it's fine, but also if it's not working, try to switch it up and go back to throwing fireballs a little more. It's really good for like Dunn said, kind of pushing them to the corner, getting through that space that they're trying to play at. If you see them jumping, like you can just do it like an H fireball and play spaced and kind of see what they do, react a little bit. It makes it a lot easier to like control the space once you get them where you want them, I would say.
And one final thing for the Annie, I wasn't fully paying attention to the meter that game, but both Valentine and Robo like to do projectiles close enough to the ground for you to reaction Pillar of Creation them. If you can start catching them out with that, you eliminate a lot of their options. Pillar of Creation is such a silly tool. It's expensive, it is 2 bar, but oh, there we go, you made it easy on me. Yeah, no, that's fair. I wasn't paying too closely attention to exactly how they were playing around Pillar of Creation, so they might have been doing it well. but just a thing to think about. And it sounds like you were, so you're in the right mindset. That's good to hear. That being said, we are gonna head on to the next one. If y'all have questions, just keep them coming. Otherwise, we'll move on to Dovad, and hopefully there is an upper advanced player, or not advanced, sorry, upper intermediate. Honestly, verging on beginning of advanced. Dovad is definitely getting there. Player around probably 1,000 hours is a good benchmark. Otherwise, we'll probably hop in and do it here. Mixing up approaches. I feel like that tied in, especially, I mean, robo approaches are just going to be awkward. There's not much good for that. But I would say it relies a lot on, again, using your movement. So for Valentine, jump medium kick just buys you a decent amount of time. And so you can kind of sit there, and it's also just a good air-to-air, so you're also creating a wall in front of you while you're doing it. Yeah, approach behind beam. And honestly, I would tailor your getting aggressive to how they're dealing with your zoning. So if you notice in repeated scenarios, it's like, if I'm going for L-toss here, they're trying to go over it. That's when you go, okay, I'm going to air dash forward immediately after with like jump light punch or jump medium punch. If you're doing M-toss and you notice they're trying to fall under it, then it's like, okay, I'm going to press the falling jump light punch button, or I'm going to do like air dash backwards, jump heavy kick. Like tailor your aggression towards what beats the way they're trying to beat your zoning. That's the way I think about it as a Parasol player.
That's the same way I think about it too. If you, even just running forward on the ground gives you a lot of information, right? You see, oh, yeah. I run forward, they're gonna jump. So next time you run forward, you keep that in mind. It's like, the way I think about varying approaches is like, I did this, they did this, so next time I should try to do something that plays around that, I guess. And
that's actually a good point. It doesn't always have to be from the air. Valentine's Crown Dash is actually one of the faster ones in the game. Yeah. There's a reason they all end up just doing dash up throw and it works, and it's infuriating. Especially with beam behind you. If you catch them on the ground, crouch blocking to avoid beam, just run up and throw. It'll work a lot. That's the Tyrone special.
My favorite is that, and when they run up, it just instant overhead you because you were crouching.
Alright, I think I'll do one final call for players for Dovad, otherwise I will play a Fortune team versus them, because I think I need to see how they deal under pressure. And see if I can pick apart their zoning to give them a little bit more advice. Same from the cat.
I was just about to say, if need be, I could definitely pull out the Fortune Brass.
Look, my cat isn't that scary. It'll be okay with Dovad.
Why are we lying to the man?
Actually, I'll ready up just because it's 41. But are you more afraid of my Fortune, or are you more afraid of my Squiggly?
Definitely your Squiggly. Your Fortune's getting up there, though, I would say.
I mean, like my Fortune was one of the earlier characters I learned. No, not that team. This one.
Whenever your Squiggly comes out, it's always like that thought of like, I actually just cannot mess up.
Smile. All right. Let's see what you got. What's our round start? I'm assuming assist. Yeah, jump heavy punch.
Nice navigating. Hey.
Yep, I knew it.
do you get
Oh, I
out?
missed time that. You came in swinging. Honestly. Good speed.
Yeah. I think you have to call. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I was waiting for her. I was about to say.
good confirm. Alright.
The actual final boss comes out.
That didn't.
I can't believe I didn't hit. Nice.
Detonate?
Oh, we dropped it. Let it win.
I'm calling her. Good buttons.
Yeah. Watch the timpani incoming? Yeah. Nice. Oh
Dude,
my god,
please.
that worked like that?
Nice. Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do there.
How do we deal with this matchup?
I almost dropped that. Okay, yeah. I think a lot of that was really good. Honestly, if you didn't mash there at the end for the band, you were in a really good spot. I think you just panicked a little bit too much. You actually got yourself out of the really bad situation by blocking the 4 heavy kick.
Honestly, it just felt like once we got Fortune got in, everything kind of snowballed. Didn't feel like you particularly did anything wrong.
Yeah, sometimes you do just guess wrong.
The round start going straight into zoning. I agree.
Punch move? Fair enough.
Man, you navigate through this stuff so well with Fortune. Oh my god. Got him taking into it really smart.
You're out of the corner. Turn away.
Okay.
Oh, you're trying to be aggressive. Okay.
Okay, I agree. I don't. Why I approach?
Oh, that actually took me out. Okay. Good zoning. Oh, right in my head. That's why. Oops.
I'm dead.
I'm so sorry. That was a really risky teleport. No.
That was. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. I was trying to be meaty there. You really like pressing jump medium punch on incoming for the robot character. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta pick up. That's so sick. Hey.
Yep. Oops. I also thought you got under me. I can't blame you for that. Good reaction. Yeah. Really smart.
Good mix. I hate when that happens. Horus doesn't come out.
I thought, hey, I hadn't used that in my combo. No.
I don't know if that reset was worth it.
You're dead. Always be really afraid when someone has an instant DHC like Sniper, Pillar of Creation in the back.
I think so far the main things I noticed for Dovo is just when we're on defense, we have a little bit of bad defensive habits, and then I think we kind of overcommit with the robo zoning. It's like as soon as we can try to go to the top of the screen and do L beam, but we don't always have to shoot a beam.
And I think I'm starting to I'm getting through the zoning pretty consistently, and it's that second game you did a really good adjustment of your item drop that I noticed you started just using H item more and holding it. Beyond that, I would also recommend trying to hold your ground a little bit more with stuff like Jump Light Punch. Like, try and aggressively air-to-air me a little bit more. Fight for space a bit more than just running away and doing nothing. Especially if you can call an assist behind it, like Brass or Beam. Those are the perfect times for you to kind of go, maybe I can just cheat some space here or catch them being overly aggressive.
If Bag is still in here, he can correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure also, if you notice that they're trying to really aggressively go through your zoning patterns, you can switch to holding M item and sort of create a wall so they can't really come near you if you need to. Yeah. Oh.
You accidentally let go of your M item there. That's just unfortunate. Not entirely sure where it went. That's wild that all that combo.
Okay, what's the mix?
Just no. Fair enough. It works. Good route. You are greedy, but it works. It's still cost 2 bar, actually. I can respect being greedy, though. Oh, please
so,
dash block.
if you throw out Lenny, you can use like JMK, air dash JHP, and it'll send the bomb really far forward, giving you more time to reposition. That way you don't have to like throw 2 bombs immediately. Move the bomb, then start throwing bombs.
Yeah, so kind of to my point about stopping the Fortune earlier, what you did there, you tried to aggressively air throw and get out. I think you can wait if they're close enough. I didn't have to throw, right? If they are close enough, I'm pretty sure. Sorry. Getting through the zoning with thoughts in my head. If you time it right, you can do that while they're mid-screen. You don't have to wait to the corner to try and bail yourself out. Uh-oh. That's not good. Nope.
Nice punish.
Again. Why am I being sweaty? Yep. Deserve.
No.
Why did I go for that? Oh man. Yeah. Be very, very careful when you're going for those teleports. I should have punished you the first one you went for. I was a little bit too slow. I got you for that one. Yeah. That is like one of the, I guess, highest risk, high rewards way for you to get out of the corner. But I would argue it's not really worth the risk when Peacock has so many other strong options. If you think they're absolutely overloaded, or if you have the assist behind it, so if you're doing it with a beam behind you and they literally can't contest it, sure, by all means go ahead. And then either try and run away or do the silly pressure behind it. But understand when you do that H teleport, you are putting yourself right next to them for a couple of seconds. Well, not a couple of seconds, for like a brief amount of time. And that is one of the most scary things to like scary places to be as a peacock when you're just right there. But yeah, no, I definitely like the adaptation. I know Aki brought it up, but you were already starting to just go, H item isn't getting as much done. I need to hold M item here and get some stuff working. So I like that. For the Robo, if you have any thoughts, go ahead, because I think I was mostly focused on playing the game.
So for Robo, I think one of the most important things between intermediate and advanced is knowing when to throw beams and when not to throw beams. Robo has like really good movement, but you tend to more so focus on using beams. Sometimes it's fine to just like jump back and bait them with your movement to coming towards you and then repositioning based on that. A piece of advice Kappai gave me that I think is really good is if you're not 100% sure you can't get hit by anything, don't throw a beam. Just move.
Yep. I mean, that's why Catpie's so annoying to fight, is because he just keeps himself so incredibly risk averse. Duo ratio helps, but I mean, that's how you play Robo in any ratio. It's like, if you can keep yourself safe and just constantly be that annoying mosquito, that is peak Robo gameplay.
It's nice too because people tend to get like really impatient, and if you're just moving and paying attention to how seeing like oh, they're really aggressively trying to anti-air me, let me dash forward and wait, and then I meant they're trying to aggressively air me, let me like dash forward and just 2LP anti-air and get a combo that way, stuff like that. It's really easy to combo up, sort of play to how they're playing against you and use it to your advantage if you throw less beams and kind of just pay attention to what they do.
Yep.
To add on, you said also, Rich, real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
For Peacock, for teleport usage, I think I'd like to see use it more for like repositioning. Use it for like defense and to try to mix, but it's really good to like, oh, they're jumping at me. Let me H teleport behind them, and you can also cover with assist. It lets you like, if someone pushes you to the corner, it's a good way to get out of the corner and be safe and go back to zoning and stuff like that.
Yeah, but no, things were looking really good. You were doing a great job. Like, me being upset that my jump light kick didn't hit you. A lot of stuff was you were doing a really good job spacing, and then you caught me with falling buttons a lot because I was trying to get right up there, and you were just not having any of it. And then for the band, so it's like the one thing that sticks in my head is you did really good getting through me honestly kind of flubbing parasol neutral a little bit, and then like you were just out of all the pressure, and that's when you I don't know, not accidentally, but that's when you committed to the SSJ, when you were finally free, not any time before when it might have actually saved you. And so the band is looking a lot more patient from previous coaching and like playing, and great thumbs up. But that's the one thing that really stuck out to me of there's just a little bit more panic to get rid of on the band. Because that was a situation where if you like look at it from a completely calm perspective, this parasol's too far away to be any sort of threat to me whatsoever. And then the SSJ still came out anyway. But everything before that point, I really liked.
Yeah. I would honestly say on the panic thing, you might look into it on your other characters too. Sometimes you get a little scared and you'll do Saw a lot or Embing a lot, but it's nothing like too huge.
I mean, the times I tried to call them out on going for Embang, I was wrong. They up-backed. So they were mixing up their options at least enough for me.
Okay.
Gary after the snail ray. And to be fair, that sort of stuff can happen to everyone. From our side, it looks pretty whatever, but I've definitely been like, pillar level 3. Wait, why did I do that? So yeah, no, I liked a lot of what I was saying. And if you have further questions, shoot a ping. Especially like for me, because I was playing, I was focusing on some other things, so I couldn't solely focus on you. So if you got further questions, just shoot me a ping and I'll go back through the VOD and see if I can find any other tidbits beyond that point. But liked a lot of what I was seeing. Need to control your space a little bit better as a peacock, and all of a sudden I'm gonna hate playing Fortune against you. God, M item does such a good job of just catching her random stray hitboxes. That is one of the most aggravating parts of that matchup by far. Okay, so we got one match left. I don't think there's anyone hanging around, but if there are any advanced gamers, this is an open lobby for Aki. Otherwise, it's looking like I might be the one to play. We'll give it a minute or two. I'll wait until the clock hits 7:59. If any of y'all still need the lobby link, it'll be there.
I will be right back real quick while we wait.
Okay. Alright, yeah. Oh, we got Pharma. Alright, it's time for crimes. More Peacock. Unfortunately, we're not playing with Marie today. I need to put some time into the character. I usually don't end up touching beta characters, but I'm now realizing... Well, I realized it during Dahlia, and it's just becoming even more apparent now. It really helps if I have at least some experience with the character so I can actually give coaching instead of like shrugging and saying sorry every week I'm hosting when there's a beta up. But I learn characters very slowly, so it's... I focus like a lot more holistically just on general habits rather than matchup specific things. Hey, Halibel. Oh, we're playing the cat team. Cat's fun.
I'm gonna deafen up while I play so I can focus.
Makes sense.
Okay. See.
Alright. Let's see what we got. Do it again. Did it again.
Everybody warmed up? Showtime!
Playing patient, playing a bit more zoning. Try to go for the anti-air. They were a little bit too high. Gets caught by the assist trying to up back boy. Happens. Getting push block baited. Patience. Alright, we keep these. Snap. Kill. Get yourself out of the corner, be patient. Great drill. Go for a command throw, don't have meter to confirm. Oh! Alright. So, like there, instead of... I mean, taking the forward space works. I honestly, while they were still hitting the assist mid-screen, would have just gotten a clone out before I move forward. And that's more just for your Fukua zoning. It still seems like you're not using as much of the clones. Still not quite all that comfy with it. Getting caught by Headless is what it is. Gregor. I think maybe one more mix. That works. Get caught by Feral, they don't get a confirm. They do get a confirm. Right. Heavy counter hit. No, I'm just not even bothering with the heavy. You know, fair. You don't need the damage. So far, liking a lot of what I'm seeing. But yeah, for the phone zoning, there was like 2 times there. One, you were really trying to get her off of you, so you threw an L clone at your feet, She stayed on the ground, she wasn't in the air. So I think you could have gotten a clone out there. You chose to take more space, but I think you could have gotten a clone and just like held your ground a bit more. And that's more in general. Like Fuqua is really good at holding her ground. You were working on that. You went for the 2 HP. It was a little bit too early, but it is what it is. Footsies and my Skullgirls. Actually, I kind of want to pay attention to how you're using your assist too. That's so unfortunate. Snap her in anyway. BFF. In those situations, I would think about using normal throw more. When JP usually has the corner, I actually tend to go for normal throw a lot. Like a lot of it. Oh, stand heavy punch there. I think you were trying to boy, but stand heavy punch is really good to do when they're right there above you. Open for the raw tag. That's gonna win, that's hilarious. Right, get the corner. Bait the mash. QBGC this. Okay. If you wanted to, you probably could have spent the bar on Gregor to get the guarantee confirmed. Great absolute guard. Full scented a little bit afterwards. That happens. How do we play this matchup? We're just doing sounding. We really got to avoid the chip. I honestly... Tagging is so risky that I'd kind of prefer the Fuqua just dies and you play incoming. But, I mean, it's not a great spot either way. Dash up. Good air throw. Yeah, just not risking anything. I know Filia's damage is already kind of low, but I think you'd open up Pharma more. That's just unfortunate. Drop. It happens. But I think you can go for ground throw more. There are a couple times where they're just down backing right in front of you. Like, yes, your damage is gimped, but you're Filia. All you want is the hit. Like, if you watch Race, especially when they played solo, and you have duo, so you're at a little bit of a damage advantage, just go for the throw sometimes. Like, it catches people. And then you're Filia with the hit and doing Filia things to them, and they're crying in the club because Filia is silly. Yeah, I don't know how much I can help in terms of specific Filia spacing. Try and see if I can focus on that, but I don't know the character all that well, so most of what I would have in my head is theory. Yeah. Well, fortunately, won't really be able to focus on the Filia much, will I? Yeah, there I think you gotta just send it on the projectile super. Mash drill. While you're above them like that, do Eldar. Highly recommend. Yeah, we didn't have bar for level 3, unfortunate. But we gotta make stuff work. Yeah, I mean, that's not a good spot to be in. But yeah. So it's, I think biggest things, and it's mostly for the Fuqua, because that's what I'm a little bit more comfortable with and was noticing a little bit more. holding the ground, including... I think you can be a little bit more aggressive with when you're going for clones. Obviously, they're not the most helpful, like, full screen. But you can, like, up forward, throw projectile, land, and then be in range of a clone being a nuisance, that sort of deal. And the second they're running at you, obviously, they're just running into the clones. Just getting a bit more of a feel for when you want to be pressing what where. Like, there was a couple times where it's like, I'm looking at that, I'm going, stand heavy push. Because that's a silly Fukuo button. The normal throws in the corner instead of going for the command throws, I think, should help a good bit. What was the other Fukuo thing? And I think you can get away with landing on people with L dart a bit more, especially when you're already at your double jump height. Just set it down and then fall down with it. Be a lot more annoying to deal with. Because you do like to do the leapfrog sort of scramble-y neutral, and so that just adds to it. Other than that, so for the Philia, things were looking good. Then I might have said something else, but the only thing that's sticking in my head is also I think you can just ground through a little bit more. There were a couple times where it was like scramble, both y'all ended up down backing in front of each other, and I'm just like, I think if this were a race replay, they just get thrown here. That sort of deal. Because, again, it's like, yes, scales your damage, but you're Philia. You don't care, you just want the hit anyway. Other than that, I liked a lot of what I was saying. And then, do you have any specific questions? Because I think it's a lot of what I had to say.
I only came back around towards the end. So far, I don't think I had anything in particular.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, like, I know the little bits where I messed up, certain drop combos.
Yeah, and yeah, drops happen. Yeah. But yeah, no, so if there's anything that comes to your head that while you're thinking about the set, or if you watch it and you have questions, let me know. But it was looking good. Liked a lot of what I was seeing. I didn't pay like too much attention to it, but there were a couple times where I'm thinking you might be able to use hairball assist a little bit better, like to be more aggressive. Because when I'm thinking of like lockdown assist with Fuku, I'm thinking Seracopter, and if you time it right to like, they block a falling dart, you land on the ground, they block your assist, you dash at them, and either like set up a clone or media low throw. It's really annoying to deal with. But I think you're still figuring out how you want to zone and or be aggressive with Herald behind it, so it's part of playing the team.
Yeah, I've been thinking about the same thing though. Like, I want to figure out how to use clones a little better, especially because Helltrain's going to be going away soon. Liam said it could be cool to set up like H clone
to actually just hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can cheat them out a little bit more than you have been. But yeah, no. So hope that helps. And obviously, if you rewatch it and something I said just sounds utterly stupid or doesn't make sense, please ask. And there is a good chance I could be wrong because my Fukuo is cheeks and my Philia is even more.
I think it should be alright. I'll if I have any questions, I'll let you know. Usually you're pretty good about it though.
Okay. That being said, I think that was the last matchup for the night. Last call for anyone's final questions, otherwise we'll probably be closing things up around here.
You have a question, Halibo?
Is it gonna be, can you get timed out again? Yep, there we go. Let's go.
No, you had to be evil there. You had to take his points and then just not time him out and end the stream.
The best timeout. The stream's timed out until Wednesday. But yeah, y'all know the usual spiel. Hunter's Hustle and such tomorrow. Monday, I think TBC still does it, but
yeah,
it's not Skullgirls every week, is it? They're mixing it up.
I'm not sure actually.
I've been out of the loop, so I haven't been paying all that much attention.
Yeah,
Uh,
same here.
You can sign up for next week, Get Great. Actually, no, you can't. I'm gonna close it right now because it's supposed to be closed. You can sign up for next week's Get Great on Monday.
Straight. Why did you show up an hour and 12 minutes late and ask if it's too late to sign up?
Yeah, there's that. Wednesdays, obviously us. Be Great. Thursdays, Mixmasters, per usual. Fridays, I'm assuming Out the Gate still going to be doing their thing. So that's the synopsis of the events for the week. There's probably more going around, and keep an eye on Clawmaster's website and Twitter for that. He is always up to date on those sort of events. Oh, is TMN back? I did not know that. Okay, yeah. Keep eyes on all of that. Appreciate all of y'all for showing up. Thank you, Aki, for hopping in and helping.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And
Oh my God.
it is time for me to eat. Have a good night, everybody.
Roll the tape.
All right, the video. Thank you for reminding me.
And my spectator.
That's okay. Second
Ooh.
camera.
Oh, nice! Ooh!
Oh, we avoided
Let's go.
it. Nice.
Oh, let me see it.
Hey,
Hey,
the combo?
hey, hey.
you finished this.
That's,
They died.
that's somewhat of a combo,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, they're dead.
We're missing a few more parts to it, but
Yeah.
We got Abomination.
It's like we have some bombos, but like our knowledge of the mechanics of the game are not exactly there just yet.